Well, thank you for being on The Chatter.
Thanks for having me.
I'm always kind
Again.
yeah, well, you're my favorite person, so you should be on it every single time.
Nah.
No guest other than Angel. I'm always think that the name's stupid, Chatter, but it's kind of embarrassing sometimes.
No, it's a great name. Why is it embarrassing?
I don't know. And this past Sunday, someone texted me. They have some ideas. They think that I should do 5-minute talks with people at church called Chad Chats.
Could that be chatter too?
It could be chatter.
Could you also call it chatter? I think it's a great idea.
And chit chads.
Okay.
I think it's everybody's just way of, I grew up with the last name Dinkel, so that's been made fun of. So
Yeah.
now Chad gets made fun of, a one-syllable name.
How does that happen to you?
I don't know. You got to have that mic.
I have
next.
to have it close. How does...
You can lean back in dramatic, but you got to bring the mic with you.
Okay. But I just have to say, of all the names, how is Chad the compliment to Karen?
I don't know.
How did that happen to you?
I mean, the problem is I did it to myself too, because I fight Karen tendencies.
Yeah, but you didn't make Chad.
I mean, maybe the name made me. I mean, have you ever, I don't want to start dropping names, but there's certain names I can think of names that when you hear that name, you're like, oh, she's probably this or he's probably this.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the name did it to me. My parents did it to me.
Yeah.
I wish people would start calling me Chadwick because that sounds fancy.
It is really fancy.
And Wesley, my middle name, that's fancy.
It's also fancy, but not you.
Chadwick,
Sorry.
fancy. Chadwick Wesley Dinkel.
Nice.
Yeah. And you're just Angela.
Angela.
And I like how
yeah.
my favorite thing is I've never called you Angela. You said that when people were mad at you.
Oh, yeah.
You knew they were mad at you. Okay, Angela.
Mm-hmm.
So Angela's probably a trigger.
It could be. I don't know. I mean, a couple family members still call me that.
Angela?
Yeah.
If you asked me, hey, do you know any Angelas? I'd have to think for a second, but I'm married to Angela.
That's right.
I never even think about it. Thanks for being on here. This is a great week because we are celebrating 21 years of marriage.
It's a good week.
21 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last time we were on it, we had just gotten back from celebrating our 20-year anniversary in Italy.
Yes.
Italy.
Yes. Let's go back.
But we're not there. We're not there this year, baby.
No.
But no, I wanted you to come on. Just, I think the first time you were on, the real goal was just, hey, who are these people? Kind of introducing us as a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, you're, part of me. So I wanted you to come on because, just in the area of just life, marriage,
Okay.
journey, ministry, all those things, because I think a lot of people, they like to write out a plan, here's our plan, but I don't, I've never seen God work that way.
That's right.
You kind of have an idea, you kind of, you feel a calling and you have no clue what that means. I know for both of us, we felt a calling individually before we even met each other to either mission field, ministry, it was something, right?
Yeah.
But we had no idea we would end up here.
That's right.
Had no idea what the journey would look like. There's been more bumps in the road than I can count, more setbacks than I can count. But the whole goal was to live our lives to please God.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
And just on that journey, I mean, it's really, I think you have that end goal of living your life to please God, to do what He's calling you to do. But most of it is probably shooting from the hip.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. It's interesting. We do want it to all be planned out like that. Feels safe and it feels comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also an excitement in the journey of I don't know, but God knows.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of safety and security there too if we allow ourselves to feel it or see it or lean into that. It's a lot of, or for me, I feel like it's just a decision one day at a time, one moment at a time to say, I choose you today, God.
Yeah.
And then we're here 21 years later, and you kind of look back at all the different paths he's taken you on. And, it's beautiful, it's messy, it's crazy. But when you know you're where God has you, it feels so worth it.
Yeah.
To have made that choice one day at a time, really blindly.
It's blindly, but it's all just through faith.
Yeah.
And trusting Him. This friend of mine, he posted something the other day that he said the most successful people I know aren't the smartest. They're fearless and they act fast. And I thought that was good. It's my friend. I'm going to say his name because he's been bugging me to be on the podcast. And this is basically him getting to be on the podcast. Uh-oh. This is it. This is your moment right here. No. Scott Huffman.
Oh, yeah. Scott needs to be on.
No, that was him being on just now. That was him on. I'm just kidding. I love Scott. He'll be on here soon.
I like that. I feel
it's
like
so
you're
true.
Fearless and fast. Was that?
Yeah, but I mean, but you are too.
I am fearless and slow, I think. I think I move slower with decisions.
I think that's why we make a great team, because you bring some balance, because I could probably be reckless and impulsive and unhinged 100%.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to think back, like the things you've said yes to are equal to my crazy. Like, hey, babe, I got an idea. We're going to help drug addicts. We're going to move an Airstream trailer to our backyard of our starter home.
Yeah.
And we're going to set it up and let people, let guys live in there as they're getting free from addiction. That is crazy that you said yes to that.
Yeah. If you feel like God wants you to do it, it's not that crazy.
No.
If you feel peace in the crazy, it might be God. And it was.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And we, got to, plant some seeds, make an impact. And it's all part of our story.
Yeah.
I remember when we started Restoring Purpose Ministries, we had our first house, had already purchased it. Mm-hmm. And I really wanted the neighborhood to welcome us. I wanted to be good neighbors. And so I went to Popcorn Bistro, bought little small gift things out of our pocket. And I went to the neighbors, knocked on their doors, introduced myself. Hey, I got you a gift. We're moving into the neighborhood. This is what we're doing. But then I got met with, oh, would you want this next door to your house? And I was like, as a matter of fact, yeah. My wife and I bankrolled putting addicts in our backyard. Yes. So yeah, actually, this would be real convenient because they'd be right next door to me, and I wouldn't have to leave my family. I'd just go next door. So yeah, if you're offering yes, the answer is yes. But it was all part of the story that God used.
It really was.
To really attach. No, our heart is for these people. Mm-hmm. We're not afraid of them. We love them so much that we would put them in our backyard, and we have. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, yes to RPM, yes to, selling, what was I think we said this in the last one, so we don't camp out here. Our dream home, your dream home. I didn't really like it. It felt like a old people house. It was like retired people house, like my grandparents' house. But
somebody was just asking me yesterday for the address, and they pulled up pictures. I still don't know why. I was like, that was it.
Yeah. It was Danny. He's like, well, I never got to go to that house. Like, I didn't know.
Is that why?
Yeah. He wanted to visit the house. He never got to.
Why?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we sold that house, moved into a starter home. Babe, it's going to be like 2 years, 3 years tops, 8 years later. But I mean, we did that to start Restoring Purpose Ministries, which we just had a vision for having a place for men to come and have their lives restored. And God has used that. But I mean, and then 2 years later, started Purpose Church. So RPM was founded in 2015. We just celebrated 10 years as a ministry.
Incredible.
And then, in 2018, we had our first Purpose Church service.
That's right.
And that was something that another reluctant yes from you. I was like, yes, we can do it. Neither of us wanted to be set up tear down. We would never do that. And we worked hard to find somewhere to where we didn't have to do that. But that was a yes, crazy yes from you and idea from me. And it's been, are we going on, is January going to be 8 years?
It will be. We'll celebrate
8 years.
8 years as a church. In January.
Yeah. And just thinking about all that God has done.
Yeah.
In lives and hearts, man. One thing I think about a lot, and this is weird. This could communicate very strange. But all the marriages and babies that have come out of Purpose Church, you can see how that would sound weird.
Yeah, that
like
does.
people who met, fell in love, got married, had babies.
Weird, like cultish?
Or,
is that what you're saying?
It just sounds weird. But that's not what it was. Or people that had babies, then got married, or had babies and didn't get married. There's been all kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, all of it.
But I think about all the kids that roam this earth, it's two young people that just wanted to start a church to glorify God, reach people for Jesus. And but I wanted to.
What he wants.
Huh?
I said, God does what he wants.
He does what he wants. Yep. But what I wanted to talk about, a lot, because I have something that I'm very excited to get the word out about.
Okay. All right.
Before we had kids, we went on a mission trip. Was it our first mission trip together? I think it was.
I think it definitely was. Yeah.
Because I think my first out of the country mission trip was after we had Brody.
Yeah.
Your first was Mexico.
Yeah, when I was in college. Yeah. So this one was our first trip together. And it's cool, as I think about it now, because it's all connected. God, his heart for, the mission for our lives, the purpose for our lives, it's all very clearly connected from beginning to serve in a very small, local church addiction ministry. You sat all those nights with men. I sat all those nights with women to, sure, let's move an Airstream behind the house to a mission trip opportunity that came up, and it was for the Los Angeles Dream Center.
One of my favorite places on earth.
It's literally like the Disney World of ministries.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. In all the world, it might be the biggest epicenter of outreach and reach your city. And it is unreal. And so I don't even think we really knew what we were going to. It was just an opportunity to go serve, to go together, to go on a mission trip. And so when we got there, or maybe it was before, but certainly when we got there, you quickly learned that a huge piece of their ministry is for the addicted.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely mind-blowing to go to a place that's an old hospital, and you may say more. Yeah.
15, I think it's 15-story hospital.
Yes.
That is every floor is used for something.
It's unreal. And so this was probably in 2007, the first time we ever stepped on site there. Of course, it had gone on years before we had stepped on that property and learned what was happening in Los Angeles. And I believe for me, maybe for you too, it was at that moment that God birthed something in me that was wow.
Yeah.
If we could do this for our city.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of our deepest missions. And so
absolutely.
We served hard, learned a lot, just that particular trip, just learned a lot. I think we may have even met with people that were
I requested a meeting with the Kleinharts, which they still to this day run the addiction ministry. I was I got to meet these people.
Yes. How do you do this? How do we bring this home?
Right.
And from that point, we have literally been there more times, I think, than we can count.
I was just thinking the same thing. I can't even count how many times I've been to that place. And
it's unreal.
And it's awesome how, like you said, it's all been so God-led, even down to how we have a close relationship with the Barnett family.
Yeah.
It didn't come through an introduction from anyone.
Yeah.
It came through, or it didn't come through an introduction from a higher up in ministry. Like nobody, like, oh, you need to meet this guy.
Yeah.
It was me doing what we've always done, help somebody get into their rehab.
Yeah.
And God changed this dude's life. He ends up moving up in the ranks, ends up gaining influence. And we went there on a trip and another mission trip, and like people heard my name. Oh my gosh, you're Chad Dinkel. Oh my gosh, y'all are the Dinkels. Y'all are his pastors. And we're like celebrities at this place because we helped this individual, Jarrett.
Yeah.
We helped this individual get there. And like, I was like, oh wow. And I'm walking around popping my collar because I got a little clout around this place.
That was it.
Yeah, but I still didn't know Pastor Matthew.
Yeah.
And it was funny. When we were working on the plans to start Purpose Church, part of our church government is you have to have a board, of course, and then you have overseers, which if a pastor was to get into trouble, start doing something inappropriate, the board calls the overseers who call the shots on how to proceed and take care of the people and move things forward. Anyway, one day, this is a long story, but I'm not going to tell the whole thing. I'd made a decision to step away from a ministry opportunity, and I'm sitting there I felt so defeated. Mm-hmm. I felt like, you know what? I've ruined every opportunity that I've had in ministry, and I'm done. Like, I'm cooked. I'm done. I might as well just go get a job somewhere because ministry for me is done. Wow. And I'm sitting there. I get a text from my friend. It was Steve Ware. He texted me. He said, "Hey, Chad, turn on Daystar Network."
Yes, I remember the moment.
And I was like, what channel is Daystar Network? And so I found it, and I start watching it, and it's the Dream Center had a TV show.
Yes.
And it's this guy, it's Jarrett, being interviewed and says my name on national TV. And I'm like, at that moment, because it was so timely, it wasn't a big deal. Nobody remembers that moment of my name being said. But for me, it was like, God was like, hey, you're not done.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
And right then I had this idea. I was like, I know, I'm going to ask Pastor Matthew to be one of my overseers.
Yeah.
And we ended up on another trip to LA right before we started the church, or several months before. Right. And we brought a little donation. Yeah. It was a $500 check. I wouldn't present $1 million check to someone.
I remember this.
I would never do that.
I remember this.
I would slip it in. I would give it, whatever.
No big deal.
I asked Jarrett, I was like, hey, man, I want to give a donation to the Dream Center. We were at the church, Angelus Temple, which is a separate entity. They're connected, of course, relationally, but I don't want to give this $500 to Angelus Temple. I want to give this $500 to the Dream Center. Mm-hmm. And so how do I do that, Jarrett? And so come with me. So we go back to the green room where, hey, Pastor Matthew, this is Chad Dinkel. And he knew my name. Oh, my gosh. Hey, nice to meet you. This is my wife, Angel, whatever. And Jarrett goes, hey, here. Chad wants you to have this check, like presents it.
I remember.
And it felt like it was one of those giant checks moments, but it wasn't. Well, that dude's so gracious. He opens it, and he was so kind. He's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm mortified. But to this day, and I said, hey, look, man, this might be crazy, but would you be one of our church overseers? And right away he said, it makes sense. You have our heart. We have the same heart. It makes sense. And so ever since then, we've been in a relationship. In fact, I was texting him just this week, making fun of Cracker Barrel changing their logo.
That's his favorite place.
It's his favorite restaurant. Yeah. And he said, as long as they keep serving chicken and gravy, I don't care.
Yeah,
and so,
of course.
But it's cool how everything just worked together. It was all a God-led story.
Yeah. And I just want to say again, like, just what you were saying, like the moment of your name being mentioned on a TV show. Like, it wasn't, I know your heart. Like, and I was in the moment with you. Like, it was never about like, oh, my name.
No.
It was literally a moment where God breathed fresh life into you again. It was a moment of encouragement when you were about to say, I tap out.
Yeah.
And I know that that's what that was.
Yeah.
For you and for us and for just ministry at all.
Yeah.
Like, that was just a really kind of silly, like, miracle that was like, okay, Lord, maybe you have more.
Right.
Maybe we're not done.
Right.
And there have been many moments since that point where God does something incredible when we're about to tap out.
Yes. Just moments of encouragement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, Pastor Matthew is one of the kindest, most encouraging people. And yes, he came on as an overseer, and then fast forward to, I think, year 3 of Purpose. We celebrated our 3rd anniversary here in this building right when we opened, and he came to speak. And I never ever, I talked to somebody about this yesterday that was discouraged. And I said, look, there's a message when Pastor Matthew came here.
Outlast everybody.
And it was outlast. And that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And that just still encourages me.
That was so
anyway,
good.
Great ministry, great pastor.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you clarifying that because, it certainly wasn't a pop your collar moment for me. It was, and I've always really relied on, there's been so many moments where I'm like, Lord, I just need some encouragement today. And it'll come through a text from my pastor. It'll come through just a moment where you get some gratitude or something where you're like, okay, God is using me. I am making a difference.
Yeah. And it can't go without saying, and you can fill in the blanks. I'm not sure exactly the direction you want to go. Chad did not tell me the direction he wanted to go. I know very, very little details, but just as we're telling like the story of ministry and where we are now, and obviously we just believe hugely that God has so much more. But part of that journey is through our pastors, Pastor Dino and Deland, that heart for the city, that heart for the community is within us because of that coming up in leadership under them. It's a heart for the lost, the hurting, and the forgotten.
Absolutely.
It's like you can't take that away from us.
Yeah. And so the dream has always been for us to have a dream center. Yeah. And it's so cool how many aspects of the dream center are already built out.
Yeah.
Restoring Purpose Ministries is our expression of their discipleship program.
It is.
And there's so many things that we're currently doing, street outreach, Adopt a Block. We're doing all these things. But the thing I'm excited to share, and I'm going to steal another podcaster's quote, okay? It's the Kelsey brothers.
Oh, wow.
Travis and Jason Kelsey.
Oh, wow.
They do this thing, New News.
Oh.
And it's funny because it's new, it's like, it just sounds good. It just sounds good.
It does. It sounds good.
But they're way more exciting than I am.
Are you going to shout it?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm like more like chill, like New News.
Okay.
I'm not stealing it.
I'm not even going to try it.
No, I'm just going to do it that one time. But we're going to be launching a fundraising campaign because we are building a dream center here at Purpose Church. The Baton Rouge Dream Center is going up right next door to the church, right next door, right here on Interline. And I'm so excited because it's a God-breathed vision. Yeah. So many times we get influenced by other ministries, but it's never. I'm never wanting to be a copy and paste because God has our story. God has what He wants us to do in our city, and a copy and paste cookie cutter situation has never been my flow. Like, this is how all the other churches are doing it. I'm more likely, I'm going to do it something different. Not to be arrogant, but just like to. I think I know God is creative.
Absolutely,
God is creative, and that's one thing I love about living for Jesus. And so our Dream Center is going to look a little bit different because God has given us vision how to reach many by reaching one specific group of people.
Wow. Okay,
so and look, I'm not afraid to say that I will say that this is a brilliant idea because it is God-breathed. Yeah. And I don't come up with brilliant things. My ideas are stupid. I know that if it's a good idea, that it's from God. So, years ago, this must have been 10 years ago, one of my best friends was struggling, and he has given me permission to share his story. Robert Prevost, one of my oldest, best friends, had gone and served as a Marine, got blown up, and I always get the name wrong. I think it was Iraq. He was in Iraq, got his leg hit by a mortar, almost lost his leg, almost lost his life. And so Robert comes back to, goes through all of that, recovery, comes back to Baton Rouge, married with a new marriage, new baby, and just struggling. And just kept struggling. I kept trying to reach out. Ends up, separating from his wife, and just like he was in a dark place. And there's, of course, so many details of his story that are sacred and not my business to share. But I saw Robert just struggle. He's on full disability. The VA is sending him a check every month, so he has no financial problems. But he's struggling. They're giving him too much medicine.
Wow.
And kept giving him medicine that him and I figured out were bad for him, but they kept giving it to him anyway for some reason. But then it occurred to me, I had this moment where I had this aha moment. Oh, Robert lost purpose. Robert went from being he was a fantastic party boy. Robert was a great party boy. Like we're kids. He's just a definition of party boy. Like GTL, like fist pumping. He started the fist pump pretty much.
He's a fun guy.
He was a lot of fun. But then he goes to war, serving a great purpose, then loses it all, loses his purpose. He ends up not making a really decent income on disability, but he had no purpose. And so I was like, Robert, look, I just need you to come pressure wash at the church. I just need you to come and help me clean this. I know you don't want to clean, but I need you to go pressure wash for this widow.
Yeah.
I need you to go help this single mother move. I need you to and I just tried to, because I knew if he had purpose that he would be restored.
Wow.
And, over the years, some trial and error with that. Eventually he ends up moving into, I never thought he would say yes to this. He moved into one of the RPM houses as a house father.
Wow.
You don't call Robert Prevost a mother. He was a house father. So he moves into the RPM house. I got a text last week from a guy that said, he's still struggling. He said, the best years of my life were when I was living in the RPM house. Robert was my leader, and he helped. He just was the best leader. He loved me.
Wow.
He encouraged me. And I screenshot that and sent that to Robert. I was like, hey, you were making a difference. Yeah. His purpose was restored.
Wow.
And it changed his life. Today, Robert is healthy.
Yes.
He's married, has a beautiful house, I think in North Carolina.
Yes.
Is that right? North Carolina. And man, he's just like a whole happy person,
Yes.
I mean, we all have our struggles, but Robert is healthy. Hey, when the floods were happening in North Carolina, a pastor friend of mine in Boone, he said, hey, man, I don't know what to do. We don't have disasters like this. I text Robert. I was like, hey, can you go help my friend? He packs up his truck and goes and helps this dude for days.
Incredible.
Purpose was restored.
Purpose. Yep.
So this story is why we named our church Purpose Church, because I realized so many people are lacking purpose in their lives.
Yeah.
So many people just need purpose, not just veterans, but people, right?
Yes.
I'm going to pause for a second in case you wanted to say something. You don't have to.
I'm just kind of tracking with this story.
Am I doing okay?
Yeah, you're doing incredible. And just to have watched the way that God redeemed Robert's life.
Yes.
When we do see him now, and his gorgeous wife, Erica, she's the sweetest thing.
She's awesome.
Just the perfect fit for him. It's literally not the same person. Yeah. God restored and redeemed his whole life. He's so happy. He's so full of joy. So it's incredible that just one act that seems insignificant. How insignificant can it feel to be oh yeah, just I need you to go pressure wash.
Right.
That can literally feel oh, he's just using me. That sparked purpose and led to a full redemption.
Yeah.
We watched it.
Absolutely.
We know this to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it. When they come into town, so I wish people could know Robert. So Robert was a great friend for me because he was a maniac. And I was a maniac, and I was here for it. Like,
actually, not a great friend for you then.
Probably. But he was a blast.
Sounds like a toxic
He
friendship.
was that guy that he's driving. We were heading back from False River one time. It was hot, summertime. He turns on the heater, locks the windows.
No.
Because he said misery makes memories, and like everybody's mad at him.
No. I hate that.
But now we go out to eat with him. I remember we went to Roca Pizza, and he insisted, I'm paying. And there was one garlic knot left, and he wouldn't eat it because he didn't want to be rude. I was like, what?
Who is this?
This dude would have eaten them all and not given us any. But so realizing how important purpose was, I was like, okay, purpose is something that so many people, rich, poor, all races, like lack, and it destroys their lives.
That's right.
It's lacking that. So we're going to name the church Purpose Church. Restoring Purpose Ministry is for our broken to help restore their purpose. Did that. And then Purpose Church. And then the vision for the Dream Center now is going to be really focused on veterans. Yeah. Okay, that's the difference. So LA Dream Center does have a veterans outreach, and they do a great job with veterans.
Yes.
Basically, ours is going to be something like a 8,000 square foot warehouse. Uh-huh. It'll have about a 2,000 square foot veterans clubhouse.
Nice.
That's going to be just awesome. I mean, like cush, shooting simulator, pool tables. We're talking like a place you want to hang out.
You want to be there, yeah.
This will be for the purpose of that is to give them a place to gather, to belong, and it's going to be theirs. It's going to be a place for them to just have like some camaraderie. It's going to gather them.
Yes.
And so, I mean, barbecue pit, cooking, I mean, huge table. It's going to be fantastic. The rest is going to be a warehouse. And so the vision is that we're going to gather these veterans and give them a place to belong, give them that camaraderie back with their brothers and sisters, their females, of course, veterans as well. But we're gonna restore their purpose by mobilizing them to reach widows, single mothers, people who struggle with poverty. The warehouse is going to be full with supplies, a food pantry. It's going to have storm supplies. When a storm hits, these soldiers are going to go and serve our city.
So good.
And so by restoring their purpose and solving that problem, we're going to be able to solve all these other problems.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it absolutely. It's such a beautiful God-given vision, and it's just, I mean, I can see it with so much clarity now, like in the days that we're getting so close to it. And I just know that there's no doubt that as their purpose is unlocked, and when you begin to serve others, it's like, it's just, what do you call that? Where it's like a ripple effect is the only word I can think of, not the one I was looking for, but it's certainly a ripple effect of lives being changed and purpose being restored, not just in the men or women veterans that may be serving, but in every single person that they reach and that they serve.
Yeah.
And as others in the community join in to help, it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful what God wants to do for this city, the way he loves this part of the world.
Yeah.
And I think we'll start to really see that as this unfolds.
And it's cool. We've just seen how God is building a relationship with us and the city of St. George and later Baton Rouge. Like God's going to build that connection. One of the first things that we'll be able to like visually see is met with the city of St. George with the mayor, and like we came up with this idea to start basically a mobile dream center. Yeah. So like the big need right now is for either a motor home or a shuttle bus that we will repurpose as a mobile dream center. So basically the mayor will be, hey, we need y'all to go to this part of Baton Rouge or this part of St. George or this part of Baton Rouge, this part of Gonzales. It's going to be mobile so that we can help, make an impact for the people struggling with addiction.
It's so good.
We'll set up shop, give out supplies, and have this place for them to come inside in the AC and meet with them, build that relationship, and like, hey, let's make a decision today to get into detox, and then we'll get them into one of our detox partners or rehab partners, and help them get placed. So that's kind of going to be the first thing that we really that people can see. Oh, Baton Rouge Dream Center mobile unit or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want to forget this. So, with the Dream Center, we have a lot of money we have to raise to do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we set up a separate 501c3. It's the Baton Rouge Dream Center, separate from the church, separate from RPM. It's another organization. And we, needed to open up a bank account. Well, did you know you have to have money to open up a bank account?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to have something to put in there. Well, our first donation came from Robert Prevost and Erica Prevost. So they're like, hey, I sent him the 3D renderings and the book. He said, he goes, oh my gosh. I was like, dude, hopefully this makes you move back to Baton Rouge.
That'd be
but
so cool.
he's like, yeah, what can we do? And so they were our first donation.
Love that.
So we got $1,000 in the bank account right now.
Come on.
And it came from the one that the story that almost kind of started it all,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I'm very encouraged by what God is doing. This will impact our city, and it won't be just for veterans to serve. Of course, they're going to lead the charge, but our church, our outreach teams,
Absolutely.
we're all going to be able to, they're going to manage that warehouse and be able to bring some leadership to that. And I think it's going to save lives, and I think it's going to change lives.
Yeah.
And it's going to reach people for Jesus like never before.
Right.
And that's the whole goal, is to spread the hope of Jesus to these veterans, to our city, and make an impact like we never dreamed we could.
Yeah.
And so I'm super excited. And it just feels like God's moving.
Yeah,
Purpose is,
it does.
man, like we've been through some hard, launching a church right before COVID.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough, and it's hard to get the wind back in your sails.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes I just get tired, and there's been seasons where I'm just like just going through the motions. Like, let's just try to get another Sunday done,
Yeah.
But that's not how it is right now.
Yeah.
Like, God's moving.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah. There's this past Sunday, yesterday, this is Monday, so yesterday was Sunday. There's so many people in the church that I've never seen them before.
Yeah.
There's just a room of like so many guests, so many newcomers. And one of the people that I just met coming up to me like, hey, we're struggling in our marriage. What can we do? Our relationship, what can we do?
Yeah.
And I just see God moving.
Yeah.
And I'm encouraged.
Yeah, I love it. I feel encouraged too. I mean, people are desperate for the hope of Jesus.
Yeah.
And I love that, like, obviously, that's what Sundays are all about. Like, there's never a Sunday that's not about the hope that somebody would find Jesus, recommit to him, go deeper with him, experience his presence. But the beautiful thing about outreach and now being able to like expand that into a dream center is that you're now able to offer the hope of Jesus in a greater capacity outside of Sunday. And hopefully, the goal, the dream is every day of the week.
Yes.
There's something happening that's offering the hope of Jesus.
Yeah.
That Sundays are always a win, always a celebration. God's always bringing about salvation and redemption. But like, what about every other day?
Right.
This is what that's about.
That is the dream.
Yeah.
And it's actually a huge need. My story is serving changed my life.
Yeah, same.
And being busy for the Lord rescued me out of my lifestyle.
Yeah.
The partying lifestyle. And it's a big need. Like there's a young guy that I'm mentoring right now, and it's a need. Like I need more outreaches. He needs more outreaches to belong to.
Yeah.
Because that's what changed my life.
Yeah. I always say like it's a simple like principle of showing up.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing to show up for, like how can we create opportunities for people to show up? But then, like, not only are you changed, but you're about to change others.
Absolutely.
And That's it.
It's always it's always twofold. It changes your life, but it changes others' lives at the same time. And that's why, like, I know I didn't come up with the concept of the veteran thing, because that's just how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only reason I was able to stay free from addiction and all of that is because I never stopped reaching out to addicts.
Yeah.
I've never, in 25 years, have never stopped reaching out to addicts.
Wow.
By serving others, you get free. By serving others, you stay free.
Yeah.
And but it can't just be serving. You have to serve Jesus. Like, you have to have a relation. Some people will serve so much and neglect their relationship with God.
Right. There's certainly a careful balance to it all, but there's also like the right heart to it all, the right motivation to it all. And I don't know that I need to say more about that.
Yeah. What I don't know. What else? We talked about marriage. I think we could wrap it with some fun marriage talk. But we talked about marriage, talked about journey of ministry, talked about, launching RPM, which has been a journey, and that ministry, I'll tell you. And actually, Eric, our new director, will be on next week.
Yes.
So we'll really talk about the health of that ministry. But
it's going to be good.
I'll tell you, that ministry has been a grind since we started it. And it's like we hit a stride. These guys are doing so well.
They are.
That ministry is healthy. The leadership team is healthy.
Yeah.
And I've never. We're in such a good place. God has us in such a good place. Both of our vehicles broke down, and I had done. Oh, it's easy math, but both vehicles, and it's going to cost us about $13,000.
Wow.
In 1 month.
Wow.
And we're able to just move some things around and figure it out using other people's cars. But we're going to have both of our vehicles, and it didn't take us out. If that would have happened 6 months ago, we would have been toast. I'd have been like, all right, just, we're shutting this down. I'm not doing this anymore. And it's just amazing what God is doing in that ministry. It's amazing what God is doing, in our church and in the lives of the people at the church,
Yeah.
And in our family, and I think we can kind of wrap it with this. I mean, I'm so thankful that we are building multiple ministries, and it hasn't been at the sacrifice of our family.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I hope so. It'd be awkward right now if you're like, oh, wow. Like, I'm not obsessed with ministry.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with you, which probably drives you crazy. It does.
What I'm thinking about really right now is that, you come into this podcast and you don't know what's going to happen, and you don't ask questions, but you pause. And I think that's when you want me to talk.
I don't know.
I'm picking it up now. I'm like, oh, he paused. He's not going to ask you a question, but he's going to pause a long time.
Okay, let's ask some questions. Well, the problem is, when the mayor was on, I had too much content, and so it didn't feel natural.
Yeah, and you have 4 people.
And it was 4 people,
in the room. Yeah.
So if you have questions, then it feels like an interview, not a conversation.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so there is a method to my madness.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you are going in the direction of family.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen so many.
Yeah.
I love how one of my mentors was Pastor Jim Rentz. And he was old school. He's gone on to be with the Lord, old school. And he was just such a cool guy. I learned so much from this man. And these old guys will do these old pastors do these dramatic. So one of his was, growing up, I had a drug problem. My mama drugged me to church Wednesday, Sunday morning, Sunday night. I had a drug problem.
I love it.
But then he also said, for the past 15 years, no, he's old. For the past 50 years, I've had a mistress, and that mistress was the church.
Yes. I knew it was going to be this one. I love it.
And so you're like, Brother Jim. And then you're like, oh, it was the church.
I love it. I'm actually so glad you even said that. The voice was good.
Was it?
It was all
and
really
he would
good.
do this. He had the old man.
Yes. Such a good man.
He was awesome.
And those little sayings were so good for my early 20 heart.
Yeah.
Before I was married, before I had kids, because that just always like echoes somewhere within you as this reminder of like, yes, ministry is your life. Yes, it's all about Jesus. It's a big deal. It's weighty. It means a lot. But like these people in your home are your first ministry.
100%.
And that's always been in my heart because of men like him.
Yeah.
Because of pastors like we had.
Yeah.
And so because of that, for me, there have been a lot of things I really wanted to give a yes to, but instead gave a no for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they're older, like they're getting older, it does change a little bit. Like I could say yes a lot more. They're busy. They have friends. They have plans. But not always.
Yeah.
They're still in my home. And there are still nights where we're very intentional to say, hey, we're just going to be with the family tonight.
Yeah.
And we do really fun things like play poker till late or binge our favorite show together and then break it down after. I mean, we do a lot of fun things, but that time with them, I don't think we'll ever regret that.
Yeah. Like if people were like really against us, they would cut that soundbite of you playing poker with your kids. And I'm glad you said it, not me.
Cards.
Cards.
We play cards.
What? We bought Brody a poker set for his birthday.
Sure did.
It's a fun game. It is fun. Texas Hold'em, baby. Let's go. We're putting it all on the metal. No, that's so good. Because the boys still love us. They want us around. I know when I'm not around or busy, I like how Brody, and it was mostly Abram. He goes, "Oh, Dad, you're home. You're such an absent father." Like, just like
he'll call you to check on you too.
He will. He'll call me. Hey, when are you coming home? Like, and I love it. And you look, I truly believe if we had done things out of balance, our church would have grown faster. But at the sacrifice of what?
Yeah.
And I'm not guilty of sacrificing my family for the church, for ministry, and that's something I'm very happy about.
It's all in the Lord's time.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want to be in a hurry for anything.
No.
And I think that's really what I meant when we first started. And I said, like, I am slower. To make decisions. Like, I don't want to be in a hurry for anything until God says yes. Yeah. And sometimes I don't have the yes yet.
Yeah. No, I think that's wisdom. That's wisdom. And I appreciate the balance you bring to me because who knows what our life would look like if you weren't such a strong, intelligent woman, what in the world would our house would be a mess. Well, no, because you'd be doing the laundry and couldn't have... Yeah, you'd keep the house clean. I couldn't impact that.
Okay, I don't know.
No, I was just thinking like if I didn't have you, the house would be a mess for sure. It would be terrible.
I mean,
but like imagine if you didn't have such a backbone to like, hold on, let's like think about this. Like, I mean, it would be wild. The things we would be a train wreck.
A little wilder.
Yeah, a little wilder. So yeah. But no, I love you. I'm so happy. Like, let me ask you a question. Are you happy? Are you happy?
Yes, I love you.
You do?
Happy. Yes.
And we love our boys. Do you love our boys?
Okay, what are we doing?
I'm trying to ask you questions.
Okay.
It's kind of like love on the spectrum. I love our boys, Angel. Do you love our boys, Angel?
That's the vibe I was picking up on.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with it.
No, I'm loving life. I feel like, and hopefully you agree, that we have found a healthy rhythm and healthy balance.
Yeah.
Which is important for everyone, not just people in ministry.
It is. Always adjustments needed along the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So on Wednesday, we celebrate 21 years. We're going to spend the day eating food, hanging out.
That's right.
And yeah, hopefully you'll stay married to me another 21 years.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sounds
Let's
good.
Do it. Any closing thoughts?
I'm excited about what's ahead. I think it's good. I think God's hand is on purpose and certainly on Restoring Purpose Ministries. And I have incredible faith to believe that his hand and provision is on the Dream Center.
Yes.
So I can't wait.
I love it. And I know that we don't have to dive into this, but I know God's laid some things on your heart for a women's ministry, and there's some things, a lot of things coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. God's building this church.
Yeah.
God's building this ministry.
He always does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He loves the church.
He does.
He will never stop building it.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the most powerful scriptures is that he built his church and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. So there's nothing but beauty ahead. It's going to be good.
Amen. Well, I love you so much, and I appreciate you being on here. Was it
Is that
okay?
a wrap?
Yeah. Was it okay?
It's great.
Yeah.